Hello, and welcome everybody to tonight's fantastic dinosaur action. Just say no. No to mono black, waste not, discard. The silhouetted card right behind Michael Scott there from The Office. A classic scene where he's yelling no multiple times. I've lost to mono black, waste not multiple times, and I think I want to switch up the light a little bit. I won't right now, but I'm still trying to reorganize the room. I don't know. The curtain behind me to help light a little bit better is off a touch. But yes, JDX, you're here again. Urza definitely would keep you busy, 100%. Sometimes you do what you got to do. The beer, whatever it is, maybe the chocolate. You can only eat chocolate when the kids go to sleep, because if they see even the hint of the package, they're going to want some. Yeah, we'll get that rematch eventually. I'm sure chances are it won't go as bad as it did with your spell slingers there. But I guess I have to resize myself. For anybody that is wondering what is Stampede Dinos, my favorite way to play them, as it always is, list in the description and the primer. The game plan does stay the same, but like I mentioned tonight, we're hating on discard. I don't see a whole lot of aggro. I haven't seen a whole lot. So right to that Leyline of Sanctity, we say no when they can basically do nothing. Oh, hasn't gone chocolate. Okay. Yeah, you're going to try it at some point. Dark chocolate, maybe 80%. Timbits, you're not in Canada, but I know there is some Tim Hortons in the States, and Timbits, that's where it's at. I'm sure Dunkin' Donuts probably has little donut balls and that sort of thing, but yeah, you got to watch out. They know something's good in a specific package, a box, this little bag, and they're going to remember that. They're going to have a hint, a taste, and that's downhill, the downfall. Not really, but it's fun. We gotta try sugar a little bit, definitely. However, if you guys haven't tried it, I know many of you watching have used Leyline. You've seen me use it. You've seen me hose mono black, waste not, and other opponents that target me, because if I have hexproof, they can't do anything. This does shut down another deck, the deck that won the last weekend's tournament in DC, Rakdos Cauldron. Oh look, you can't target me. You can't make my life total equal to the toughness of that small goblin, that small creature that gains the ability of Tree of Perdition. The goblin, being 2 toughness, could tap itself in some cases, instantly make my life total 2. No, not happening. Voldaren Thrillseeker, sacrificing a creature to deal damage equal to its power. Other creatures would gain that ability. No, it's not happening. You can't target me to finish me off. No Thoughtseize, no Duress, no Go Blank. Liliana's -2 and her -6. I know JDX, you're crying because Liliana, one day. Well, actually, I have used Leyline of Sanctity in the main like a crazy person. But speaking of crazy, we won't change it yet. I'm not opposed to starting off with Leyline in the main. But some of you might think this is crazy because you don't see Sources of White. And that is right, because you want to see Leyline of Sanctity in your opening hand. In the scenarios you want, you would never need white mana because it just enters onto the battlefield. I was trying to splash for that at some points in the past, and it doesn't make sense. You never need the white. Don't even do it unless you are splashing for spells that are also in this color. Definitely something to do. Cavern of Souls, I've been facing a little bit more Azorius control, and I've been beating him up pretty good as usual, so I'm still going to keep it at 3, but I might go down to 2. Probably not 1 anytime soon. Pithing Needle, again, it could be for the Cauldron, but Leyline of Sanctity, if we see it in our opening hand, Rakdos Cauldron is doing not much. It's just a bunch of small creatures that I really don't care about, which is where you want to be when you're facing a deck. Aggro, Hornet Queen, we're starting off with this. It could trade with, a couple creatures from the aggro opponent, although for the most part, like we've seen or you guys probably experienced, those creatures have trample. The Monstrous Rage and Ancestor's Call or whatever it is. They're big. 1/1, only stopping 1 point of damage. Doesn't do a whole lot, but we'll leave it at that. It could be that, well, Haze of Pollen, something like that. I could trim a couple Altanacs there, but speaking of Mono Black Waste Not, Altanac would be quite good. Getting back Castle Garenbrig or Sunken Citadel if the opponent has tried to get rid of it. Casual mono red commanders. Let me think. There's the one goblin. Lost Caverns of Ixalan. Whenever a pirate attacks, you make a treasure, or you exile the top card. Breaches. I think Breaches has been printed a couple times. It might be Breaches. Huh. Pretty sure it was in Lost Caverns of Ixalan. It's not okay. Small goblin. I figured it might be casual for commanders. Treasures are fun. I don't know. I guess they are one-time use, but it could be pretty explosive. This hand could be. I mean, maybe it's mono black waste not. I don't think. Oh, mono green devotion. Oh my goodness. I don't know when the last time I faced mono green devotion was. Sylvan Scrying is quite fantastic. Technically, it's a little bit awkward because I would want Sunken Citadel next turn, and we're going to be skipping over. We would be getting to Clifftop Lookout coming up. We'll go with Sunken. It doesn't have to always enter the battlefield. It could have been Forest to grab, Castle Garenbrig off of the Sylvan Scrying, play that as my third land, play Clifftop, and see where we're at. Fortunately, they hard cast the Leyline of Sanctity. You know what that is. I kind of like Sylvan Scrying though. We'll see what we get with the Clifftop Lookout. Yeah. The new Duskmourn lands. Duskmourn? Moon? Duskmourn. Yeah, Duskmourn. Yeah, they're pretty good. I don't really need them. I mean, if they were typed lands, possibly. Yeah, no, that wouldn't work. I don't know. I thought I might try them. I gotta say, maybe one copy of the red and green one. Thorn something, I believe. But no, it just never really stuck out for me. Definitely grabbing Castle Garenbrig now and hoping for the best. We could potentially kill the opponent's next turn. If we draw Ghalta, they would be dead. They don't have a Nykthos or a Kiora Behemoth Beckoner. Cheap commanders. Gotta use a commander that costs 2 or something. It's good stuff. That's not so good stuff. Hornet Queen, our best bet at this point. They're not going to be attacking too much into that. Old Growth Troll, of course, does have trample, but not all of their stuff has trample. We should be buying time. And then, like I mentioned, we're going to get Ghalta at some point. We're getting close to a quarter of the way through the deck, so Ghalta is coming up. But yeah, I think if I really made my own commander list, I've done it a little bit in the past, but if I did, it'd be something cheap, nasty, maybe. It's hard to say. I'd probably want to make it as good as possible, which we'll find out. Find out if we get the opponent. I imagine we're in a good place. No Nykthos and no Kiora. We're not going to get that lucky coming up here, but well, we'll give it an honest effort. A Squee. Ooh. Squee would be a little problematic, that's for sure. A bunch of interesting interactions with commanders and cards you may not normally get to use with them. There you go. Okay, well. Like I mentioned, we're not going to get that lucky. Do I kind of like Hornet Queen a little bit? Well, there's Cavalier of Thorns is decently sized. Although the Ulvenwald Oddity, Ulvenwald Horror, when they transform it for 7, gives all their creatures +1/+1, trample, and haste. So the chump blocking potential of the insect tokens and the Hornet Queen just kind of goes out the window. Not the greatest thing, not the greatest feeling. Altenac, well, could maybe grab something back. Of course, I could have Damping Sphere, that sort of thing. Alpine Moon as well to name Nykthos. About to sneeze. Oh my goodness. Pardon me. The Red Cavalier would be. Oh, you gotta love Haste Tribal. I mean, JDX, technically, this is Haste Tribal. 4 Palanis and 4 Regisaur Alpha, but am I switching anything up? Perhaps. Trim Tyrranax Rex. Bring in Altenac. I like that. I think there might be some scenario where they use Boseiju. Being game 2, maybe they brought in a second Boseiju, something like that, a little bit more land destruction. Could be coming up. That might be all it takes, but you got to imagine that is not a common scenario whatsoever. This hand would be a pretty common keep. We've got a forest type land with commercial district. We're going to be digging to try and get another source of green somewhere. Palani's Hatcher, don't need that. I already have 2 Regisaur Alphas in my hand, so I can definitely go to the bottom. And they didn't start with Leyline of the Guild Pact again. That's good. Pretty much the same opening. Very similar. I mean, at the very least, we got Clifftop Lookout, which is a very good point as well. I don't always use it, haven't always used it, but it's appreciated when I get to turn 3. Maybe I have also an Archdruid's Charm in my hand, but you see that go, well, okay, good. I could have cast Cavern of Souls, but not Cavern of Souls, Archdruid's Charm, but I may not have been able to with the Cavern in my hand, only making 2 sources of green, and you need 3 for it. So Clifftop has a possible backup for turn 3, getting a land guaranteed, and that land sometimes being a sunken or a castle, and well, we die. There you go. That's just how it happens. Yep. Yeah, that's good stuff. Oh boy. Excuse me. Well, we'll see what we get, but yeah. The Leyline of Fire, ooh, yeah. Nah, don't fire everybody. It's a fun game. I mean, this particular game, not the funnest in the world, but nah. Maybe they throw a lot of stuff at the wall, but they keep it interesting. Being high power, I've never shied away from that. I'll face whatever. And I kind of like that they push the envelope. Whether you think that is to sell packs, I'm not saying anything either way, but I don't know. Just seeing all the high power. I like it. I like it. I like the challenge. Stale. Stale would be worse. Nah, maybe I should try Legacy. Gonna win some Legacy tournament with Pioneer Legal Dinosaurs. That would be something. Be kind of funny. I imagine there's a very slim chance it could work because nobody's expecting it. They're all geared towards completely different stuff, so be kind of funny. Modern is certainly quite nuts. Quite nuts indeed. Definitely that Castle Garenbrig. We're going to be making 7 on turn 4. Should be good. Wolfwillow Haven, quite interesting. You don't always see Wolfwillow Haven anymore. If we could land Ghalta, we might be able to make the magic happen. just because the opponent hasn't played too much. Land of Werewolves is not too bad. Right, we get a land with this draw, or simply for our turn, we should be getting them, especially with Palani's Hatcher there. Oh, I wasn't really ever playing Modern too much. A little bit when Dinosaurs first came onto the scene. Pioneer didn't even exist, and Modern was certainly quite a bit different then. And I do remember the release of Modern Horizons 1. I mean, I don't think there's any way we can get the job done. Altenac could draw us a land. Would that help? Well, Archdruid's Charm would definitely draw us the land. Get it onto the battlefield. Just have to hope they're not as explosive. Either way, it's going to be pretty problematic. If we live somehow this turn, if they don't pop off quite as much, we have a good chance. So I'd rather leave Archdruid's Charm to grab the land to kill him. Big time. Maybe one day there will be. There's going to be something after Pioneer instead of Pioneer. Probably at some point. Pioneer will get too big and, well, now the opponent is too dead. Super dead. Lovely stuff. Searching for a commercial district, see what's on top, and, well, if it's some sort of creature, whatever, got him.
You won!
I don't really...
You did it!
Don't really need Altenac. Might as well. More triggers with Vaultborn, and there's Ghalta too. Super dead. Super dead. Oh, and the Ghalta drew a Ghalta to put more Ghaltas out. We'll see how fast they scoop, but it's certainly ruthless aggression. I'll tell you that much. Oh my. Yeah, let's do Carnage Tyrant and another Palani's Hatcher. I like the looks of this. This looks like legacy level, damage and ruthless aggression. Pretty good. I'm just happy I took down Mono Green Devotion, even though they weren't completely on point. I'll take it. I'll take any win I get. Yes. Yes, it is. Ooh, oh, ah. Don't imagine we'll get quite that fortunate against Mono Green Devotion later on. Yeah. That's fine by me, though. I love control, and even if the removal is good, it still won't be able to hit Carnage Tyrant with Hexproof. But again, not everybody has that, and you want to play something fun, fire it up, and then you go against this obnoxious removal. It definitely... I could see how it turns people off. Solitude. I hear it's a decent card. Worth a couple bucks. That Solitude there. Yeah, those Grief. Grief is pretty good. Was pretty good. Grief. Fury. It's been all Grief and all Fury. Yeah. Grief's alright. Could be better. Could be quite a bit better. Yeah. That's a joke. For anybody that's wondering, watching right now or later on. It's good stuff. It's good stuff. You basically lose if they bring Grief back. You discard 2 cards right at the beginning. Not fun. Not fun. You may not want to look it up because you'll It'll make your stomach turn if you're not aware of this this painful card. And I think it was released on Arena. All of those elementals were, I'm pretty sure. That is kind of nice though. Ren and 6. At one point, I think Ren and 6 were $200, something like that. I feel like I read an article or somebody's picture that Ren and 6 buying $200. Some convention a couple years ago. It was at least 100, that's for sure. That's 100% keep. Hopefully it is Azorius Control with the Ajani avatar. That could be the case. Sylvan Scrying, grabbing Castle Garenbrig. We only need one more land to make 6, and it's worth a risk for me. We get an Archdruid's Charm, and well, we're off to the races. Blood Moon. That's pretty good. This, possibly not. Recruitment Officer is going to be rough. I'm going to be looking to land Carnage Tyrant on. Never mind, I won't be playing Sylvan Scrying. I won't be crying. That Thalia, Guardian of Thraben, could basically have won the opponent the game right there. I would have had a Castle Garenbrig. Sadly, I don't. And, I mean, I could play it now, but we'll play Clifftop, maybe get Castle. Well, we don't get Castle, but now, whew, we only need one more Castle to make 8. Technically, one of those Sylvan Scryings is... well, we don't need it. It is pretty nice, though, that they attack with Thalia. They can't with the Recruitment Officer, because it still only has 1 toughness. Gotta think about this, though. Now, kind of like Cavern of Souls. Cavern of Souls and Regisaur Alpha. Let's do it. Bunch of blockers. Hope for the best. Might be nice. I imagine they have removal, temporary exile. Could be a thing. For sure. Yeah. 3 colors, 4 colors. Whatever it is. Have a good time. But now definitely Sylvan Scrying. We're grabbing Castle. Might as well use the other Sylvan Scrying. I don't have a play for 6, which I could have made 6 for a creature. So, well, we'll go with Commercial District. I like that. At the very least, play it for a turn coming up. Hope we don't die to painful stuff. Hope it's no Brutal Cathar, which would exile Regisaur Alpha. I still might... oh, Reflector Mage. That's a lot of fun. It's not a lot of fun. I don't like that. 1, 2, 3. Yes, okay, that is lethal. It is an aggressive deck, and the aggressive deck got the best of me, sadly. Oh. Play all the colors you want, 1, 2, 3, or 5. I'm going to do my best to beat you. Whatever it is. But yeah, it is sometimes a little bit frustrating seeing a 5-color deck be pretty consistent, pretty devastating, just have all the best spells, and it seems to always work. Yeah. I don't know. I've just never really been bothered by much of anything. I just love that I get to play the game and devastate opponents, hopefully with the dinos, and it's really nothing much else other than that. Quite simple, really. Yorion. Yorion is no fun. Oh, it's kind of fun. And not all the time. 1 in every 100 games, the Yorion opponent with 80 cards in the deck, they have a bad start. Kind of like this. 1 Cavern, mulligan, 1 Cavern, not really going to cut it. That's going to be it. Of course, I didn't really have high hopes against this opponent anyways. But keeping the one Ghalta, that, if situation changes, maybe we can sneak out a win with that. Dropping Ghalta and dropping everything else big that hopefully I draw. Hopefully I face, you know what, Mono Black Waste Not, or possibly that Rakdos Cauldron. It would be nice to bring in Leyline of Sanctity and perhaps show some of you new people the lovely potential, but it looks like it's 5-color, almost. Naya, humans, JDX, I think you jinxed me. Maybe not. It's hard to say why they have the red in there for with the Copperline Gorge. Of course, I don't need another Ghalta, but I mean, sometimes you do want one. You have a Vaultborn out and you get multiple triggers, you draw some cards. With the second trigger of Ghalta puts more creatures out. It really can be quite devastating. And this... no. Castle and Carnage. We should be able to trade with somebody, or they just might not attack. It's going to be Collected Company, probably. Oh my goodness. Oh, whoever would have guessed. They had 4 mana and they had a green. Yikes. I kind of like it Wild West sort of style. Oh. Yeah, usually that's how it goes. Collected company. Pretty straightforward, pretty deadly. You just spend 4, you get 2 things on the battlefield. Yeah. Oh. Roll the dice and win. Sometimes. The odd time you can whiff, but for the most part, you're pretty much never whiffing. No, I don't think they should limit anything. I just want to face everybody as it is, as powerful as they are. You're going to choose whatever strategy you want to play, and I'm going to beat it. You better watch out. If the particular strategy that maybe you don't like, JDX, becomes too common, I will find a way. The clock is ticking and the game is up. So I'm going to start winning. Crushing you. I love that aspect as well. The wins become more satisfying when something is seemingly the boogeyman or just too powerful. That's good. I mean, other styles of Dino, they would probably appreciate that, but I want to face control. Yorion, there we go. JDX, we might have a Zorius. They're going to be a Snorius.
But you can't do this to me.
You know how much I sacrificed?
They might be pretty mad. They might be thinking, you can't do this to me. You can't play Carnage Tyrant in game 1. Who does that? I do that. And maybe you guys should do that, because who wants to see this on the opposing side? Not too many people. Even if it's not control, even if they don't have counter spells, boom, they can't kill it. I don't know. How much would they pay you? That's always the question. Maybe they should hire you and then pay you in Yu-Gi-Oh cards or Weiss Schwartz, whichever card game is your favorite. They pay you in that, even if it's a competitor. That would be kind of funny. Yeah. You're so good, they'll pay you anything. Oh, well, I think you jinxed it, JDX. This is 5-color Yorion. Enchantments, Enigmatic, Incarnation. It's hard to say, really. Certainly Sylvan Scrying. We're going to grab that. Another Sunken, maybe. I like another Sunken. Yeah. That's going to be good next turn. Transmogrify? I don't know. Well, I mean, it's pretty easy. Like you mentioned, Nylia's Presence. Enchanted land is every basic land type. There you go. This is a common. I certainly don't think it's broken, but I mean, it fixes pretty good when everything is everything. in some cases. Grab another Castle Garenbrig just in case, and I actually kind of missed that I had priority there, but now we're good. We're going to be making 8. Question is, will we draw out Leyline Binding when we try to go Vaultborn Tyrant? I might actually try Hornet Queen. We'll see. Fires of Invention, Enigmatic Incarnation. Hopefully not. High Noon, don't care. Oh boy. Watch out, because you might just be pretty much dead. Surprise. Can't counter, can't target. My one thing is deadly, because so many things in the deck are deadly. But I do imagine Tyrranax Rex is going to be hit by Leyline Binding coming up. This is a deck with every land type. At the moment, Leyline Binding is reduced to 1 white. But they would mostly have to tap out, so that would also be quite good. I'd be fine with that. You might save Leyline Binding for when I try to attack with T-Rex. Sweep? No, I'm not going to sweep. Okay, well, that is pretty good. That is a lot of mana, though. That particular scenario. Kind of rough. I do want to draw into Ghalta Stampede Tyrant. Hope they don't have counter spells. Cross my fingers Vaultborn Tyrant lands. But again, most of their mana is going to have to go to... Oh my goodness, hashtag pre-recorded. Oh man, I don't know if I've ever played against this particular kind of opponent before. That was just a lucky guess. Oh. 8 mana. You do have that cost reduction, JDX, so no Star of Extinction reduced. Yeah. Not too bad. Elish Norn, that's not good. I hate that. I hate that big time. Well, we're playing Carnage Tyrant because everything else is turned off, unfortunately. Keep up the aggression. I mean, sadly, Vaultborn Tyrant just is blocked by Elish Norn. She's got 7 toughness. Vaultborn only has 6 powers. That's how it goes. It does suck quite a bit. Back to Nature coming in, though. Big time. 2 cost reducers would do it. There's a lot of cost reducers. Even in Commander, I have to imagine. Could probably add in 4, 5, 6. And I guess that aspect of a deck would be consistent because you can choose from so many cards going back. You can have stand-ins and copies for a similar effect. I imagine. Understandable. Are they going to sweep? That's the question. I mean, they certainly have to do something. You would think. Oh yeah, they have this nonsense. Well, Back to Nature's coming in. This is garbage. I hate Nowhere to Run. I despise it with the passion of 10,000 Burning Suns. From Duskmorn, 1 in a black flash. When it enters target creature an opponent controls gets -3/-3. And well, that was dumb of them. Okay, you're stupid. That's what you get. If you don't play another Elish Norn, you die next turn. But I like Duskmorn. It got a lot of good stuff. But yes, Heaven, I appreciate you like the other camera angle. I think it's working out. had to rejig some things, but yeah, going back to Nowhere to Run. Got sidetracked there. Creatures your opponents control can be the targets of spells and abilities as though they didn't have hexproof. Ward abilities of those creatures don't trigger, so it's not fun. Just hope they don't have a counter spell. Good, they die. Big time dead. Oops. See you later. Oh.
Ruthless aggression.
Oh, man, tough stuff.
Absolutely. Heaven, of course. There's always going to be some amount of ruthless aggression, but it's kind of even more ruthless. Like I mentioned, this deck focused on quite a few enchantments. Now they will have no enchantments, which is what I want. Hornet Queen, yeah. Trim a bunch of copies. Call it a day. Alright. I'm trying to be pretty good, but JDX, that combination there, I misclicked. Then I combined Ruthless Aggression over top of the wall, the dinosaur running into it and not being able to bust through. Well, I don't like that. If one of these lands was Castle or Sunken, I'd feel better with the Sylvan grabbing the other part of the speaking of the package, I like that package. Yeah, Cavern can go to the bottom. I'd rather Clifftop Lookout. Sylvan Scrying turn 2, we grab another Castle Garenbrig just in case they have a touch of land destruction. I wouldn't imagine that's going to be the case though. And we should be on track. We are on track for Carnage Tyrant. There is a lot of wrestling stuff. There is.
I'd like to take this chance to apologize to absolutely nobody.
I mean, that's not wrestling, but it's kind of people fighting, sort of, you know, similar. Gonna have to think about that. It's been a while, actually. Well, a couple weeks since I added a new clip. It's high time. Okay. Hopefully they don't go Nowhere to Run again. I would imagine we're getting to hopefully the first Back to Nature. There is 3 copies. That's a decent chance to be seeing it at some point here. Oh boy. Lunchasaurus. Okay. It is a pretty good ending, I must say. I got a lot of good endings. I like combining the clips just on my program that I use. Kind of being a DJ and doing it on the fly is good, but I can just time it perfectly. It's going to be pretty perfect if I can get Back to Nature next turn. Completely smoke him. A lot of what this opponent has done. We take out Overlord of the Hauntwoods, which is only an enchantment, up to Beanstalk, Fable. Ooh, that's perfect. Now would Carnage Tyrant be kind of perfect? I say we do that. Yeah. Leyline Binding again, not doing too much. Worth a shot. I mean, maybe Clifftop Lookout draws out Leyline Binding just because, well, it can't target Carnage Tyrant there. Luchasaurus. Huh. Yeah, I should look it up. Oh, look. Leyline Binding. I don't know. If I was them, I probably would have waited on some other target that maybe was a little bit bigger than that jumping frog. Oh. Fine by me. That is not fine, though. They sacrificed Leyline Binding. They're going to be grabbing a creature with a mana value of 7. Leyline Binding has a mana value of 6, so +1. it's going to be something bad. Can tell you that much. Yeah. But we got back to nature. 3 copies. Too little, too late. Atraxa isn't that bad. I mean, we got Flood. Flood City, my oh my. We get Ghalta next turn. We could maybe kill him. Maybe. Yeah. No. They got into the Leyline Binding. They can cast that for 1. They have a source of weight. They could make it... Well, no. No, the Goblin they didn't attack with. Okay. But 100% Vaultborn Tyrant. We got to get that down. Get to Ghalta ASAP. We're certainly going to exile that, but all is not lost. Back to nature there would have been pretty ideal, that's for sure. Okay, yeah, that's something. Yeah, you can exile Vaultborn. There you go. Have to attack with Carnage Tyrant. If I didn't do anything, Atraxa would have attacked for 7. They would have gained 7 life, so we got to keep it in line. I think Atraxa is pretty neat. It's cool stuff. Definitely heaven. I think that's probably the most important point, just because I'm live and I know a bunch of other people appreciate it. I love making it, swapping my face with classic scenes from movies and TV shows. But, just it's fun to make, helps me stand out, and makes a lot of sense. The Yoda one gave okay. We gotta watch out for Yoda. Always has words of wisdom. It was pretty hard. I didn't think the Yoda one would work out, really. I still don't think it worked out super good, just because the face is not really a human. Just kind of funny. I should look up some dinosaur themed thumbnail ideas, not Magic the Gathering related. Okay, Ghalta. Where is Ghalta? I need Ghalta coming up. We still might be able to get him if we get Ghalta. She has to be coming up at some point. The first copy. Jurassic Park ones are good. Oh yeah, Nelson. Can almost play Ghalta, grabbing her with Archdruid's Charm, but I want to take out... I want to see about taking out Atraxa. Going to do a little bit of funny business here. Atraxa's probably blocking somebody. Oh, okay. Well, that's what you want to do. We're going to take it out. Boom. We take out the Titan that's being copied so they don't get a Titan. Maybe this helps us. Yeah, the Mighty Morphing Dino. Oh, that is good. Inspiring me tonight, JDX. Huh. Give it some thought. Hopefully this gets Ghalta, finally. It's gotta. Ghalta, you can do it. Ooh, well, Hornet Queen is pretty good. JDX, you hate Atraxa. Well, Atraxa hates 5 flying Death Touchers. She's not busting through that anytime soon. Very, very nice indeed. Very good. I mean, back to nature or really anything. That's what made it so good to watch. And it's a kids show. If it's entertaining for kids, that's really probably their main focus, I would imagine. Certainly not made for adults. I didn't watch too much Power Rangers though. It was a lot of Pokemon. Definitely a lot of Pokemon. Yeah, it is. That's true. High Noon. I hear it's a pretty good card. Ghalta Stampede Tyrant also a good card, because my one thing is everything that I have in my hand. All the creatures on the battlefield coming up, I hope. Hard to say what they'll sacrifice. They're going to get some painful stuff, though. Yeah, Hellish Norn, not fun. I would imagine that's basically going to do it. Unless I draw an Archdruids, which can take out Hellish Norn and Overlord of the Boiler Bilges. Yeah, no, that's it's not happening. It's an enchantment creature as well. Where's that back to nature when you need it? Wow. I haven't watched a lot of anime, really JDX, and anybody watching right now or later on, this is pretty much all I do, and search up carpentry stuff, woodworking things. This hand, it should be the thing. 2 Sunkens, we have all the mana we need. We're going to be making 8 eventually. Sylvan Scrying, grabbing that Castle Garenbrig. Boom. I'm actually hoping I don't see any more lands or any more Sylvan Scryings, because I would be making an extra 1 or 2 mana. Wouldn't really have much use for that, but that is how it goes once in a while. Okay. Yeah, go with a source of red. Why not? Sometimes I have messed myself up the second Sunken, continuing to choose green. If I don't have an Archdruid's Charm, it might as well be red to possibly help cast Palani's Hatcher or Regisaur Alpha. Cavern of Souls could help do that, but well, okay, we're safe. Get that castle. Hopefully Vaultborn Tyrant helps. At the very least, they won't be playing anything too big and crazy. But the Power Ranger's definitely over the top. Maybe a little bit. Sailor Moon. I like Tyrranax Rex. Big, fast, hit him hard. Boom. Leyline Binding, can't get rid of it. They're only going to have 4 at the most. They would need a total of 5. Leyline Binding for 1 white. Tyrranax Rex in this moment is right. They would have to have a sweeper to save themselves at this point, which they could possibly have. Gundam, yeah. I watched a little bit of Gundam, the odd clip here and there. I think they're mostly Fires of Invention. Enigmatic has to sacrifice Beanstalk for a creature with a mana value of 3. Knight of Autumn is not super scary, but certainly, well, a commercial district. See what's on top. Don't need a cavern. And then you play Vaultborn. We would have drawn that cavern, not good. Now we get even closer than before. I like this. We just have to hope the opponent doesn't play Fires of Invention plus something else. It really could be rough. They have to deal with Tyrranax Rex though, 100%. Vaultborn Tyrant might finish them off. If they have a sweeper, I get Vaultborn back as a copy, which is quite good. Quite good, but yes. Hopefully, L to the opponent. Sweep me. Do it. You know you wanna. Rogrin Triumph. Well, that's not gonna do it. Got him. Phew. Okay. They don't play okay, James. Very interesting. I'm just so used to Fires of Invention. I guess it kind of makes sense. Really, Enigmatic Incarnation is the Well, Fires of Invention is nice, but Enigmatic Incarnation, you just search for the biggest, the best thing, whatever creature makes the most sense based on the enchantment that you sacrifice, and it becomes a very nasty toolbox deck. Yeah. Oko was pretty good. Oko was, decently strong. It was pretty crazy. People splashing for Oko. I heard tales of people not even being in blue or green whatsoever, mono black maybe, and they would splash just for Oko, which is 2 colors itself. 2 colors they weren't originally using. Nuts. They should unban Oko for a little bit, it would be fun. Just to see what would happen. This hand though, 100% to keep all the lands I'll ever need. Sylvan grabbing a Sunken, maybe. Hopefully I draw a Sunken Citadel to put onto the battlefield, but we'll get there. We'll get there. Yeah, unban Oko for, I don't know. Decent amount of time. However, could it be Izzet Phoenix? I'm grabbing that Cavern of Souls just in case they have counter spells. I'm going to look to sneak down Clifftop. Hopefully what would happen if they drop Ledger Shredder. We'd be safe to get it. Okay. Oh, shredding the opponent. Sylvan. Yeah, go Dinosaur, Clifftop, block Ledger Shredder. If it gets big from a Profs, yeah, this is good. Clifftop Lookout is dead. Now they're going to spend 1 red. Take it out. Shoot, never seen them use single target instant speed removal before. Oh boy. And they got 2 Archlate Phoenixes. This is not looking good. We're not dead yet. Let's not get too excited, but there's a reasonable chance we are. Let me think. I have to do this just right. I need the colorless for Sylvan to grab a castle and play it. And then with Archdruids, I can grab Sunken. I like that. I could have grabbed Sunken and put it on the battlefield there while they were tapped out, but they have to kill me, which is a very real possibility with Profs there, but I think they have a counter. Oh, they must have a counter spell. They must. You've always favored Izzet. Well, JDX, I might be able to. I'm going to get him. Hopefully. I'm almost certain it's going to be a counter spell. Oh boy. Spell Pierce. Oh, it's not. Oh, they're dead. They're dead. JDX, you should be favoring Dinosaurs. That's what you should be doing. Smoked them. See you later. Actually, we'll play Commercial District, see if there's something good on top. We don't need another Sunken, that's for sure. Poof. Lights out.
You have no power here.
I am inevitable.
They might have Lightning Axe for Regisaur Alpha or something like that. But they're not busting through. No way. Quit. Good luck. I like it. Oh. It is quite fair. Absolutely. I think Izzet Phoenix is somewhat complicated. At least what I hear. You gotta do everything just right. Get the triggers perfectly. Gauge if the opponent might have removal for your Ledger Shredder. You might not want to play it. Try and get the Phoenixes in the graveyard at the right time. Work around graveyard hate potentially. So certainly. It's not unlike, well, there are some decks where they just barf stuff and you lose. Or it could be mono black waste not, which we haven't faced it yet, but could be coming up. I am a deck and I have discard spells, and then you have no cards, and then I win eventually. Some might call that not quite fair when you have nothing, but to each their own. There's something for everybody. If you have fun playing it, watch out. I'm going to have something for you. You might not be safe, but I am pretty safe with this hand to keep though. 7, eventually, once Sylvan Scrying grabs Castle Garenbrig. Hopefully. I mean, I'm crossing my fingers the opponent goes with Ledger Shredder. Or Profs. Good. Good. We probably have one. Oh, wow. Excuse me. Sylvan Scrying's just... I mean, probably should be Cavern, but we have 3. I could naturally draw one. Let's stack it up. Let's get to the biggest amount of mana the fastest possible, which would be a Sunken. But again, I was thinking of grabbing that Cavern there just because, well, they could continue to hold up mana for counter spells. Colder, definitely. It's getting colder here. I'm quite a bit more north than you, JDX. It's quite cold today. Cold and rainy. Just happy the opponent hasn't played Profs yet. Smack him with T-Rex. Possibly drop Ghalta the turn after that. Get him. Ashiok, too late. It does nothing. I don't need to search my deck anymore. Well, they did mail a bunch of stuff. Could be painful. Of course, this is going to be even more painful. How many Phoenixes do they have? 1, I'm not too worried about that. I mean, I kind of want Vaultborn Tyrant to... Yeah, you know, let's gain some life. Stack the Ghalta triggers. See what happens. Maybe they invest a decent bit of mana into killing it. They would need to do 2 fiery impulses to reach a total of 6 damage. But then I would get a token, which is also quite nice. We're at 19. They don't have a Profs. Hopefully they continue to not have a Profs. Treasure Cruise could be pretty rough. 2 Phoenixes, 6 damage. Ledger Shredder, 8. Profs? No Profs? They probably want a bunch of the Arclight Phoenixes out of the graveyard, which means they would have to spend a decent bit of mana to do so. I feel safe being at 19. It's not like it's Rakdos aggro. Ooh, that's scary stuff. Oh, another one. Oh, 9. 12. Another really, another treasure cruise. Huh. It looks like another Okay, well, that's good too. Nice. You're dead. 12. It's not enough. Too slow.
Get him a body bag! Yeah! Get him a body bag! Yeah!
I played the clip twice. I apologize. Alright. Gonna get him. A bunch of Clifftop Lookouts. We got creatures with reach. We have 2 draw triggers. I'd hope for a Regisaur or a Palani's Hatcher. But there we go. Death. Done. Smoked. Out of the water. Hasty. Lethal. More than lethal. Ooh. Man, that was good. Right at 1 hour. What time is it? 11:30. Okay. I think that's a perfect place to end it. I didn't face mono black waste not, but I did get to waste the graveyard chicken. I love chicken Caesar salad. A lot of these dinosaurs don't eat salad, so it'd just be roast chicken. Probably doesn't taste very good. Charred a little bit too much with all that electricity from the Izzet Phoenix, but yeah. Okay. Huh.
Don't push it. Don't push it, I'll give you a war you won't believe.
I was thinking the plane might be on top of Rambo. It all depends just how my clips are stacked on top of each other. Something like the plane crash that could be good. I don't know. I like the calculator one with the kid. If I beat an opponent really bad, maybe the opponent feels like this. They think they're going to win, and then all of a sudden they realize, no, that's not the case. Alright, that's a pretty good case for Stampede Dinos. If anybody is new, JDX, James, Heaven, Commander Crane. Anybody else? Nobody else. Okay. Thanks for watching. Right now, later on, whenever it is, hopefully your Wednesday went good or your Thursday goes good. Even if it doesn't go good and work is rough and people are rough, well, it's going to be nice here. Whatever it is, have a good one. Have a good rest of your time zone. Get some good rest, and see you later.
Grant me revenge.
And if you do not listen, then the hell